Sometimes I imagine your funeral.
The nonprofit group A New Path is sponsoring a series of seminars featuring short films like the one you're just looking at right there and discussion panels highlighting the need for more compassionate understanding of substance abuse disorders. Joining us now to share more about the film and New Path is the co-founder and executive director at New Path, Gretchen Bergman. Gretchen, welcome back to KUSI.
Thank you.
All right, so why don't we start with kind of broad stroke what New Path is?
Well, for almost 26 years, A New Path has been working to reduce the stigma associated with drug use and substance use disorders and advocating for therapeutic rather than punitive drug policies. So our work has expanded. I had no idea. I had two sons who were struggling with addiction to heroin, and only one of them at the time that we started, but then the second one fell into the same stuff. So I am really passionate about this cause. I felt like parents needed to speak out that this is a disorder and it should be handled as a public health issue and not a criminal justice issue, which just made the matter so much worse. This film is very poignant for me in particular because I watched both of my sons. When the older one was going through it in the family, the focus was all on him. The other was sort of left aside and neglected because he was so much focus. And then when the older one found his recovery and the younger one was still, in his disease, there was... The older brother felt like he was guilty for not being a good role model, and the younger one wouldn't take advice because who are you to tell me? So it's very, very complex, and I see that in my own family.
Sounds like that. Who did the film?
So Vince Dixon is a beautiful film. He lost his sister, Lauren, in 2021 to a fentanyl overdose. And it's in the title, right? Sometimes I imagine your funeral. I think it's really opening the door to talking about the grief and and also the guilt of there's times when you imagine the person, I even in my life had to kind of think, am I going to lose my son? Do I have to plan his funeral?
Yes.
So it's really a nice 10-minute film and he will be here as part of the panel.
All right, now to see this film, is it up on the web anywhere, or do you have to attend the seminar?
Attend the seminar, but after it's going to be in some film festivals, and so you'll see this, and then you'll have a panel discussion of mother who lost her son to overdose, the brother that I was talking about, my son, a woman whose son is going through actively homeless right now because he's in his addiction. So it'll be a really in-depth
Who should attend it? Who are you speaking to right now as far as attending the seminar?
I like that question. Thank you. Everyone. Families, they say 1 in 4 families are dealing with this, and far too many people don't get the treatment or resources or support that they need afterwards, like grief support. So family members, healthcare providers, criminal justice folks, the whole community, anybody that's affected, and I think we all are because we're in the midst of this overdose crisis.
When you talk about punitive and how we've turned it into a crime problem, I still think some people probably have a problem with people who deal in death like this, who deal the drugs and whatnot. They would still like to see severe penalties for them, but for the user who's caught up in the disease, maybe a little more compassion. Is that a fair statement of your position?
Yes, and we've been battling the war on drugs for years, and there has been recently sort of a rebooting of the war on drugs, blaming fentanyl for just about everything. And fentanyl is stronger than heroin. It's 50% stronger, and it's in our drug supply, so people are dying. But it's being kind of blamed for a lot of society's ills, so there's kind of a return to drug war rhetoric that we're trying to combat, because harm reduction is the way we are saving lives today is with what we do. We deliver naloxone throughout the county.
Actually, is that like Narcan or Narcan?
Narcan's a trade name, yes. It's naloxone. So that's what's starting to bring the overdose crisis down, and that's what we need to do more of. Not criminal justice. That just really exacerbates the issue. We need compassion, harm reduction, tolerance. People need to understand what the true nature of addictive illness is, and that's what we do.
I still have a problem with people peddling drugs outside of schoolyard, and things like that.
Yeah.
I still want to throw the book at them, but we can talk about that. Right now, we want to get a lot of people to come to the seminar. So how do we do that?
And that's kind of the boogeyman theory, but so we could talk about that a lot more. But please come. It's at the Lightbox Theater, which has just been revamped in Liberty Station. It's a beautiful theater, and it's free. And you can make a donation if you'd like. If you want to let us know you're coming, which we'd appreciate, it's anewpath.org. You can get tickets there or call 619-670-1184.
Well, you've been a great guest.
Thank you.
And I hope the room is... One day I hope the room won't be full. One day, because you won't need it.
Right.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
One day our work is not needed. Would that be great?
Yes. But in the meantime, fight the fight, and we appreciate you sharing your story with us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, temperatures are warming up this week before...